Hello? Hello? Ah, hello there. Retro Holder 87. Thank you ever so much for joining me on another episode. I have a feeling I may have been nice this year. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you ever so much for joining me on this very special Christmas episode. I've had come into my possession a complete whole new toy line. So I wanted to make a video and do an unboxing and unwrapping to share with you guys to show you what new toy line I've had added into my collection. These are somewhat of a unique toy line. They're not as popular as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, your LJ and Thundercats, your WWF, Hasbro's. But it is a nostalgic and sentimental toy line from my childhood. But I can tell you one thing, it's figures! Let me just quickly stick that out of the way. Hello, welcome back. Retro Holder joining you for Christmas, and a very Merry Christmas to you also. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Figures. Ah, gotcha. Not today. Wait. I just said Christmas. Bibbity, bobbity, boo. Hey, that's better. Now we're all set for Christmas, dressed for the occasion. Let's get to unwrapping and doing some unboxing. Today we're going to do some unwrapping and unboxing of my new toy line that has come into my possession. So what I want to do today is hopefully jolt some of those suppressed memories that we've all got in our heads from our childhood, and hopefully you'll be able to remember these guys from the late 90s. Please don't forget to leave a like, share and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate the support, and it makes the channel grow, and it really does go a long way. It's a small click from you, it makes a massive difference to me. Thank you. So I have been watching these all year long, and then finally they come up at the right time, and I just have to go for it, and I was lucky enough to get the entire line added to my collection. So let's do some unwrapping and some unboxing. Oh, into smaller boxes. So we've got the first one open, got my desk set up next to me so I can offload these onto the camera and then show you all the different figures that are in this unboxing and unwrapping. So like I said, I have been watching these figures for about just under a year. Are you ready? So these were released in 1997 and they are the Warriors of Virtue, made by Bluebird Toys, and I have a whole collection to unbox for you today and go through and discuss each individual figure. For those of you who aren't familiar with these, I'll give you a brief history lesson. So these were created by four brothers who were actually in the medical industry and decided to branch out into the film industry by creating these human kangaroo hybrids which did martial arts. They were very fortunate enough to have a father that was in business with a toy line, hence why all of these were produced to help market the actual film. Unfortunately, the film didn't get the best ratings on Rotten Tomato. I believe it was only 18%. The total budget that went into the film was estimated about $36 million. And it only got a return revenue of 6.5, so yes, not the best day in the box office. These particular figures did seem to pique my interests as well, because they had a similar theme going with, which was similar to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Thundercats, having an animal human hybrid combination and to create a film or animated series. So these really did pique my interest, and as soon as they come up, like I said earlier this year, I had to grab them. So let me give you a brief story on whereabouts these come from and the background that they have. You are in Tao, a wonderful world of balance and harmony. But now Tao is dying, suffocating under the domination of the evil warlord Komodo. Yet, there still stands a final line of defense against the eternal darkness. To vanquish Komodo and to save Tao, Chun, the wise old sage, attempted a desperate strategy. He recruited 5 exceptional young warmbloods and trained them to harness the 5 forces of nature to wield the power of the ancient virtues: benevolence, righteousness, order, wisdom and loyalty. As Komodo began his final terrible assault on the last life spring, he must face the combined might of the warriors of virtue. So that was the brief summary of the film and the plot that went with it. So what I'll do now is I'll go through each figure and show you each one that has come into my collection. So the first one we have here is Sun, virtue of loyalty, security of the earth. Sun embodies the security of the earth. She is a resourceful fighter. She absorbs blows from her opponents and redirects the force back against themselves. Sun arms herself with a sword of stone which she can slam into an enemy like an avalanche. Sun is the first female warrior. A tomboy from an old and distinguished family, she has left her aristocrat life to train with Master Chun. She uses the knowledge of the plants and the minerals found beneath the ground to heal and nature the inhabitants of Tao. Her faith and selfless dedication is the bond that holds the 5 warriors of virtue together. Pretty nice start there. So that's the first one. Next up, we have a double. And the next one, we have Lei, virtue of order, integrity of wood. Lei embodies the integrity of wood. He is solid as the tree trunk. He is a master wood carver. Lei arms himself with a beautiful crafted wooden staff. He uses exceptionally strong footwork from double to triple roundhouse kicks to the unique shadowless kick. He anticipates the strategy of his opponents and beats them to the punch. Lei is the marshal of the radius green. He preserves and guards the law of Tao. Where there is chaos, Lei brings order and stability. Now this particular one I did have as a child, and he was one of the 2 that I did manage to get hold of when I was younger, but never seemed to expand upon there. Like I said, it was a very short-lived toy line series that did come out, unfortunately, due to the unsuccess of the film that came with it. So that is Virtue of Wood. Lay there. And the next one we've got Yi, virtue of righteousness, strength of metal. Yi embodies the strength of metal. His kung fu blows are as hard as iron. His arms have the crushing might of a bear. His body is strong, protective shield. He fights with a giant metal ring. Yi is the silent judge of the right from wrong and lives by a strict code of honor. He uses sign language to communicate with his fellow warriors. Yi's steely silence gives him the appearance of being unfeeling, but underneath his indomitable will is his heart of gold. This was the second one I did have as a child. Lucky enough to get both of them. And this particular one was my favourite. I will see if he still is my favourite after looking at all the rest. That is Yi. On to the next one. We have Chi, virtual wisdom, power of fire. Chi embodies the power of the fire. He flings blazing arrows and pitches scorching fireballs at his enemies. Nimble and flexible, he is fast as lightning in a whirlwind. Chi is the most clever of all the Roos. He was a childlike prodigy with a photographic memory. His enthusiasm to learn and his eagerness to battle evil can also get him into trouble. Despite his wisdom, Chi borders on being recklessly curious. Still, his sharp wit and pyrotechnic skills make him the hot shot amongst the warriors. So that's the Chi, the one of fire there. And next, for our unboxing, we have Yun. Virtue of benevolence, force of water. Yun embodies the force of water. As the leader of the warriors, he must spearhead the fight for the defense of the last life spring. Yun fights in a flowing style, overwhelming his foes like a tidal wave, exploding like a geyser, crushing like a glacier, eroding like the rain. He is armed with a might crystalline sword, which he forged out of the water from the life spring. Yun must lead the fight, yet his benevolent nature dictates that he must not kill his foes. Pretty cool one. That is the leader of the 5 Roos, as they call them. The 5 hybrid kangaroo martial arts warriors there. But actually, look at them, pretty decent toy line. Excellent colours. Comes with all their weapons. So that's the 5 warriors of virtue. Move some of this out of the way. What I'll do in a later video is I will do a more documented review. I'll probably do it in 3 different parts. So I'll start with the warriors of virtue, the good guys, go on, do another video with the villains, and do a 3rd video which are the other characters from the toy line. Right, moving on to the next one. So I hope you've all had a wonderful Christmas so far. Got lots of presents, lots of gifts that you wanted. And let's see where we're going from here. Can't beat packaging. More packaging. I never asked. Leave in the comments, what do you guys think of the Christmas Daddy Elf hat? It was donated by my lovely 2 daughters. Let me know what you think. Right, moving on to these ones. As I said previously, I did own a couple of the Warriors of Virtue, and I'm quite familiar with those particular figures. The rest of them I didn't have any possession or not as much knowledge with regards to these, so this is going to be my first reaction with yourselves to see what these guys look like and what I can remember from the film. Open up the next one. Okay. So have I sparked any of those suppressed memories from this particular toy line? What did you guys have? What memories did you guys have of this toy line? Is it something new to you? Is it something that you're familiar with? If I get into these, very happy that they are packaged well, because I am looking to keep these all on card and have these display somewhere in my little toy room. Right, next one. So these guys are the companions, let's call them, of the Warriors of Virtue. So the warriors actually protect these particular guys, and this one is called Mudlap, which we have just there. So Mudlap is a feisty con artist who is descended from the ancient race that once populated Tao. Always out for himself, he leaps from one side of the battle for Tao to the other side, depending on who seems to be paying. Mudlap is one of the few inhabitants able to navigate Tal's tricky landscape. His ability to slide through secret nooks and locate hidden forest trails and mountain passes makes him useful to both Komodo and the warriors of virtue. Still, you must always be careful with Mudlap. A sly thief by trade can never be completely trusted. So yeah, he didn't make too much of a big appearance from what I can remember. There was a few obviously scenes with him in, but yeah, pretty cool guy. So he comes with still bag, and he's got some little coin bags that he's obviously thieved from somewhere, and his little hat, it goes from there. That is Mudlap. I'll just quickly make some room so I'll be able to get the rest of these ones out for us. And the next unwrapping, unboxing, we have Mosley. This is Mosley, the rhino-looking character. Mosley, along with wildebeest, are the largest warm bloods left in the world of Tal. Their species were numerous in the days of the Old Order. They roamed for lush forests and fertile valleys until they were mercilessly slaughtered by Komodo's first invasion. Now only a handful of these gentle, large, warm bloods still survive. Mosley speaks in a native dialect that only a few can understand. He is a fierce defender of the radius of green, making him a great ally for the Ruse. Together with wildebeest, they must decide whether to accept Ryan as the newcomer. Again, not too much of a big part in the movie. Had a few scenes with his other character called Wildebeest. But yeah, pretty cool with his robes. I do like the rhino feature that he has with him. Very detailed across the face there. That is Mosley. On to the next one. If you want to see more videos like this one, more unboxings, unwrappings of new toy lines, old toy lines, additions added to my collections, please don't forget to leave a like, and also I'd really appreciate you subscribing. It really helps the channel grow and I can help produce more content for your viewing pleasure. Now we've got that out of the way, let's move on to the next ones. Oh, we've struck a bonus. We've got doubles. We've got doubles. Well, you know what that means. I'm going to have to let them breathe. What do you guys think? I've got to let them breathe, haven't I? Wow, look at that. Bonus. Doubles. On to the next one. Hope you're enjoying this unwrapping on Christmas Day. Hope you're having lots to fill. Music playing, gathering with our loved ones. So look what we got here. Amazing. Yes. Oh, I definitely must have been nice this year. more Lay and Sun. Let's get them. Carnage everywhere. Look at it. On to the next ones. So, next ones we are unwrapping on this Christmas episode. Again, thank you ever so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you taking the time out to view my videos. Ah, yes, right. Moving on to some of the villains now. We have the infamous Komodo himself. Evil Komodo is a dangerous and violent outlaw who wreaks such havoc in the world of his birth that one catastrophic explosion and a portal opened. The resulting vortex spewed him into the world of Tao, where he enslaves the inhabitants to serve his wicked nature. He mobilized his minions to mine the mysteriously volatile element Zumbrium from the heart of the life spring, using it to make himself invincible. His mastery of negative Kung witches and annihilates those who displease him. It will take the power of all 5 warriors to combat this mega villain. This guy, if you haven't watched the film, purely just to watch this guy, it's an absolute great. Yeah, it's amazing. The effort, the comedy behind it, the theatrics he puts in to actually playing Komodo is brilliant. And if you want to watch, he is the guy to watch for this film because of the, like I said, the performance he puts in. I would say probably saves the film for what it has done so far. That is the evil Komodo. Next up we have Baba Roshes. Baba Roshes is the most mysterious and deadly assassin in Komodo's service. She is invisible until the moment she attacks. Instantly she traps and poisons her victims with her sharp, venomous claws, draining them of life. Few have survived to witness an attack by the lethal Baba Roshes. Those who have say she has a dark, hypnotic beauty that ensnares her victim, leaving them helpless in her grasp. Baba Roshes gives new meaning to the phrase "drop dead gorgeous." Again, didn't play a massive part in the film. Was a couple of scenes from what I can remember in that. That one is the assassin. Moving on to the next one. Right, so moving on to the henchmen of the villains now. First up we have Dullard. There he is. Dullard and his disgusting partner Mantos are the deadly duo, lieutenants of Komodo. They are his diabolical guard dogs. Born within the walls of Komodo's evil castle, both were raised to be engines of treachery. Dullard is dangerously stupid. He is incapable of understanding fear or the difference between right and wrong. He takes great delight in terrifying his victims for his own pleasure. Together, Mantros and Dullard are 2 sinister outlaws who love to crush and destroy everything good that crosses their path. So, as you can see, we have Dullard and his partner in crime, Mantos. So yeah, these are the comedy duos that protect Komodo and are quite easy work for the Warriors of Virtue. Pretty cool details on the face. Quite impressed with the daggers and the swords that they come with. Yeah, so Mantos and Dullard. Down to the final two. There's only two more left. Thank you very much for staying with me so far on the unboxing and wrapping Christmas episode. Next up, the penultimate is going to be back to the companions again. So first up we have the man himself, Mosley's mate, Wildebeest. So Wildebeest, along with Mosley, are the largest warmbloods are left in the tower. And as I said on the previous, together with Mosley, they must decide whether to accept Ryan as the newcomer. Who is this Ryan, they say? Well, this Ryan is him. Ryan Jeffries is a boy from planet Earth who has fallen through a portal into the world of Tau. His dream to become a heroic adventurer has suddenly become true. He has been thrust into the mist of war between the ferocious Komodo and the warriors of virtue. Ancient Tautian proverb states that a newcomer will arrive and decipher the secret manuscript of the legend. This secret will help the inhabitants of Tau conquer Komodo. Now Ryan must master his courage to help the warriors save Tau from utter domination by forces of evil. So Ryan is a character obviously going through his school years. In the particular film, there's a scene where they're all playing college football, and unfortunately he has a slight disability, something to do with his legs, which prevents him from trying out for the team. But during that, he actually gets hold of and speaks to the main jock of the football team and creates a play which gives him the winning try. Leading on from that, that's when he went into an initiation amongst the storm drain to initiate himself into the cool gang, and that's where he then fell into the portal and then ended up in the world of Tau. Now this particular one apparently is the more scarce to get hold of. He's the one that does fetch the most on the market, but it is pretty awesome that it does come with his book of Tau and his backpack from high school. Very good likeness on that one as well. Never seen this one physically in my personal possession until today. So thank you very much for sharing that with me as we share it together. That one is Ryan. The final present of today's Retro Holder 87's Christmas unwrapping unboxing episode, and we shall finish off with our final pair of the evening, which makes complete sense. So we have Alicia. Alicia is beautiful, golden-haired orphan raised by Master Chun. Alicia grew up headstrong and graceful. A formidable kung fu fighter in herself, she dutifully assists Master Chun as he trains the warrior Ruse. It was Alicia who discovered Ryan in the forest and brought him to the village and Master Chun. This is a particular character, if you do watch the film, to keep a particular eye on. I won't give too many spoilers away, but yeah, if you do actually watch the film, do keep an eye on this character and how her character does develop. And that is Alicia there. not gone into sort of the greatest likeness with this one. Even the face is very, should I say, generic on that one. Again, one I didn't have as a child, so first time seeing it as well. Not bad for that one. And it only makes sense to finish the episode with the final, the man himself, Master Chun. Master Chun is a powerful warrior and a wise sage. Chaldean legend says Chun mysteriously emerged from a portal when Komodo began to strip the vital life springs of the mysterious element, Zumbrium. Against great odds, he protects the villagers under attack. Chun never carries a weapon. Legend says his positive Kung energy is so strong that he can wield a blade of grass like an invincible sword. Now this one obviously does play a big part in the film, and a very good likeness with this particular figure as well. Those beads play quite a good part in the film. It's nice that they've come included, and he's also got his staff that you can see across there. And that is the Warriors of Virtue toy line. Thank you ever so much for staying with me in this long and doing this unwrapping and unboxing video with myself. Please do leave in the comments what's your favourite figure that you saw from the unboxing and unwrapping today. And I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I will be doing another tour video of the Collectors Toy Fair, the NEC in Birmingham. So that'll be the next video that I'll have coming out, me doing some tours, hunting, searching for those as well. So please stay tuned for that one. Again, if you did like this video and you want to see more, please don't forget to leave a like, share and subscribe. I really appreciate the support. Well, after showing you the toy line of the Warriors of Virtue, it only makes sense to see which my favourite of the toy line is after having a look at them. After having a look at them all. So, I believe I've picked my favourite. It is the leader of the Warriors of Virtue, the man himself, Chun. I just like his colours and his sword. I suppose his overall look. Just yeah, no, it really springs out to me. So that is my particular favourite. Please leave in the comments if you have a particular favourite that you want to potentially purchase. These are fairly common to pick up. They seem to be getting more popular on the toy fairs and in the internet sources as well. But yeah, please do let me know which one was your favourite that you saw of today's unboxing. I suppose him, and also it's got to be Ryan. These two would be my favourites from the toy line that I have there. Well, that's it from me. There's nothing more to show you. That is my complete new toy line. I will be added to my collection. Thank you ever so much for joining me on this episode, and a very Merry Christmas. Bye bye. Merry Christmas, everyone.